Renogy 200W 12V solar panel kit promises beginner-friendly off-grid power that cranks out up to 1000 Wh a day. Either we've reached plug-and-play freedom for vans, cabins, and boats, or we're staring at another case of math that works only on paper. On the spec sheet you get 22% cell efficiency, a 30A Wanderer PWM controller, full system protections, and expandability to 400W. Sounds criminally generous for the price, right? But here's the thing, numbers in bright lights don't always equal watts in your battery. I mounted this kit, ran it for 2 solid weeks across sunny and partly cloudy days, and pushed it through real-world use. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Here's what this kit claims to do. It's a starter bundle designed to make solar simple. 2 100W mono panels, a 30A PWM charge controller, cables, Z-brackets, and branch connectors, ready to install on RVs, sheds, and boats. Key promises: up to 1000 Wh per day with about 5 hours of peak sun. 22% cell efficiency and bypass diodes for low-light performance. 4-stage smart charging for sealed, gel, flooded, and lithium batteries. Full protections and expandability up to 400W on the included controller. Sounds tidy, right? Pretty bold claims for 153.99 with a 4.6-star rating. But here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim 1000 Wh a day. What you actually get is more like 650 to 900 Wh for most users, depending on season, temperature, and tilt. Here's why. Those 200W are rated at STC, lab conditions at 25 degrees C cell temp and perfect sun. In the real world, panels run hot. Under NOCT conditions, expect roughly 80% of rated power. That puts us around 160W. Now factor in PWM. The controller clamps the panel voltage to match your battery, typically 13.8 to 14.4V, leaving the extra panel voltage on the table. That's another 15 to 25% haircut compared to MPPT. In my midday tests, the pair peaked around 165 to 180W on a clear day, with daily harvests around 0.7 to 0.85 kWh when tilted, and 0.6 to 0.75 kWh flat-mounted. That lines up with physics, not marketing. They claim 22% cell efficiency for better low-light results. Reality: 22% is the cell, not the whole panel. Module efficiency is lower. Bypass diodes do help keep the panel from face planting under partial shade, but let's be real, shade is the solar boogeyman. Even with diodes, shade on a row of cells can chop your current significantly. For RVs parked under trees, you'll see big swings. They claim smarter charging for all chemistries. What you actually get is a straightforward PWM controller with 4-stage logic and protections that works, but it's light on fine control for lithium. You can set it to lithium mode, it disables equalization and it floats appropriately, but there's no granular profile tuning or detailed screen readout. Let's tell the story. It's safe and reliable, just not fancy. They claim expandability up to 400W on the Wanderer 30A. Here's where it gets mathematically tight. At 400W into a 12V system charging around 14.4V, you're looking at roughly 27 to 29 amps in ideal conditions, right at the controller's ceiling. Cold, bright days can spike current. The controller will limit, but you're operating at the edge. And remember, because it's PWM, stacking more 12V panels in parallel adds current, not voltage. Wire size, fusing, and junctions become critical. Evidence from users mirrors this. The 4.6-star average reflects easy installation and solid panel build quality. Common knocks: the controller feels dated, the LED interface is sparse, and many owners say they later upgraded to an MPPT and immediately saw a 15 to 25% production bump. The included 20FT10 AWG adapter cable is decent. At around 10A, you're dropping roughly 0.4V end-to-end, about 2% loss, fine at 200W, but pay attention when expanding. Now, the 3 things you need to know. Power output and real numbers. Expect 0.6 to 0.9 kWh per day in good sun with tilt and tidy wiring. Flat mounting on a hot roof and using PWM means your 200W nameplate will deliver closer to 150 to 180W in the heat of the day. That is normal, don't panic, but it's also why some buyers feel shortchanged when the math doesn't match the ad copy. If you need every watt, swap the controller to a 30A MPPT and you'll claw back that 15 to 25%. Charge controller reality. The Wanderer PWM is reliable, protected against reverse polarity, short circuit, overload, and overcharge, and it supports sealed, gel, flooded, and lithium. But it's basic. No detailed display, limited configurability, and no magic MPPT boost. For lithium users, it works and it's safe, but you won't get custom absorption timers or cell-level smarts. If data and efficiency matter, plan for an MPPT upgrade like Renogy's Rover. Build and installation. The panels are the star. Renogy's encapsulation and TPT backsheet handle heat well, and the frames arrive square with clean pre-drilled holes. The Z-brackets are fine for rigid mounting, but if you're on a van or trailer, consider tilt brackets to unlock more winter production. The branch connectors let you parallel the two 100W modules, good for a 12V PWM setup. Keep wire runs short. With 10 AWG at 10 to 12A, voltage drop is around 2 to 3% over the included leads, fine at this size. Shade management matters more. Avoid vent caps and roof racks casting partial shadows across cell strings. Here's what nobody tells you. The expand to 400W line sounds great, but without upgrading the controller to MPPT, you're piling on current and still leaving voltage on the table. If you know you're going beyond 200W, plan your controller path now. Verdict: recommended with a caveat. At 153.99, this kit is a killer entry point if you're powering lights, fans, routers, a laptop, and maybe a small DC fridge. The panels are solid, installation is straightforward, and the protections are all there. The trade-off is the PWM controller, safe and simple, but not the most efficient. Pros: strong panel build, easy install, full protections, honest 150 to 180W real-world sailing, great price to watt. Cons: PWM inefficiency, barebones interface, expandability rides the 30A edge, shade sensitivity like any rigid panel. Worth it if you want a budget-friendly starter that just works. If you chase every watt or plan to grow, pair it with an MPPT from day one. Stay savvy out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Question for you: are you team PWM simplicity or MPPT efficiency, and what are you trying to run off-grid? Drop your setup in the comments. Next up, I'm testing compact foldable panels against rigid roof mounts in a real-world head-to-head. Catch you in the next one.